It's 3:45 in the morning. You'd never believe it, because while we are on our way to the Ghat, so are scores of people, lakhs of them, early in the morning, battling the cold to reach the Ghat and be a part of this historic Amrit Snan or Shahi Snan. We're making our way to the Ghat too. We're going to have to battle the crowds a bit to get there. But we woke up and we've stayed here through the night. We're making our way to the Ghat now to show you what really the images look like on ground. But it's unbelievable, the energy, the number of people who are so early in the morning, in this bitter cold, actually making their way to the Ghat to be a part of the Amrit Snan. There are different Ghats for the Akhadas, different Ghats for the public, and lakhs of people who are taking that first dip. So you can expect that the numbers will easily cross a crore today alone for the Amrit Snan. So let's show you those sites. I've stayed here all night to get you these images. Let's make our way through. So what's it like to take a holy dip or an Amrit Snan at 3 a.m. in the morning here at the Mahakumbh? I've got three devotees who've just done that. So let's find out from them what it's like. Nick, first of all, namaste. What's it been like?
Actually, unbelievable. It's so energizing, and the atmosphere was so friendly and warm, and it was actually quite almost peaceful when we were right in there in the middle of the night, but it's now getting really big. I mean, millions of people are here.
What's the emotion that you went through, seeing these crowds, seeing the Kumbh Mela, seeing the Mahakumbh? You've been here from last night, right?
Yes.
So what's it been like, seeing all of this and witnessing it?
Words cannot describe the devotion and the warmth and the energy. It's incredibly powerful. And you're getting closer and closer from the train station, and you're just sensing it. And then when you're at the Sangam, it is intense.
Ma'am, tell me first of all, everyone talks about spirituality, about the energy you feel at Mahakumbh. Do you think so? Did you feel that energy while you're here?
Absolutely, and I think it's a place for reverence. And so many gurus and all are here, so I feel the energy of the whole place is really high, and I feel each and every person attending this Kumbh Mela is a devotee and has come with so much devotion and faith. We see seas and seas of people coming from all walks of life, from all over India. No compulsion, hardships, difficulties. It's winter season, and yet everybody is going there and taking the dip in the Sangam, where the Triveni is there. That's Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati. I think is the most spiritual thing.
Rinalika, what brings you to the Kumbh? Very often people think that the younger generation, not so much into spirituality, not so much into religion.
I mean, I'm also a yoga enthusiast, and I've always been inclined towards the spiritual aspect of life. So when I did hear that some of my family members were planning this, I was like, I'm jumping right onto that bandwagon to actually come here and experience it for myself. Also, it being Mahakumbh, not sure if I'm going to be able to do it the next time around. So did want to experience this for myself. And I think that even though there's so many millions of people who've come here, the crowds it's overwhelming at first, but somehow in the middle of the chaos, you really seem to find the calm.
It's 5:30 in the morning, and for the Amrit Snan, the first Akhada has reached. You can see here they're making their way, a sea of saffron, and the crowds cheering along. The Naga Sadhus are also present there, right in front, as they make their way for the Amrit Snan. This is the moment when you will see all of the ascetics, the sadhus who've been waiting for years for this moment, go ahead and take a holy dip. Now, as we get you all of these images, let me just show you around here to the point where the first Akhada is waiting. Security deployment here in large numbers. You can see all the sadhus waiting for the Rath to come in here. Till late evening, this is what's going to be happening. You're going to be seeing sants, sadhus who are a part of different of these Akhadas come together, go ahead and take a dip. And then you will see also the head of the Akhada doing the same. Those are the images there of the Naga Sadhus who usually lead the Akhada. They'll be the first ones at the Akhada there who will take the dip as well. You can see them all immersed in holy ash. And they, of course, got all of their garlands with them. They've been waiting from about 3 this morning for their opportunity, for their chance to go out there and take a holy dip. So right now, they'll be making their way through this entire stretch. And as they move forward, you will in fact get those images of them going ahead and taking part in the Amrit Snan. Let's get you more images. You can see the Akhada now moving forward further. The number of people in each of these akhadas, hundreds of sadhus who've come from different parts of the country to be a part of this event. Like I said, there are 13 akhadas in all. This is the first one, which was supposed to start about an hour ago, but due to security reasons, due to the kind of crowds that have gathered here, it's taken a lot longer than that for them to come out. You can see the frenzy behind me as devotees now are rushing through with the akhada. Scores of sadhus behind me, all with holy ash, making their way to the ghat to go ahead and take the holy dip, to be a part of the Amrit Snan. Huge crowds that have gathered here. You can see essentially all of them with saffron flags, with flowers, making their way through. And I can see thousands, beyond thousands, essentially lined up here. Along this entire stretch, it'll be akhada after akhada that will be making its way through. Now, there are some locals also who mingled with the crowd, who are running along and making their way to the ghat along with the sadhus. It's a nightmare for the security officials, of course, to control the crowds. But you see there, so many of these saints, these sadhus, cheering on the people, egging them on, asking them all to chant together. This is a celebration of more than just a religion. This is a celebration of spirituality, of their astha, of their dharma, and that's visible really in these pictures that you see on your screens right now. Even as the senior most saints here make their way along with every other person, the message is clear. The message is that we're all one. We're all united by our spirituality. We're all united by our religion. So as we get you these images, this is of the first of 13 akhadas that's made its way to the ghat. Behind me are the images of the sadhus who've just finished taking the Amrit Snan, taking the holy dip at the Mahakumbh. The first akhada to do so. You've got all of the Naga sadhus there going forward with the main saint of the Panchayati Akhada, which is the first akhada to go ahead and take the holy dip. Chants here as people are all in saffron waiting. And you can see, of course, that the public has all been pushed aside. Everyone's waiting right now for all of the sons, the saints, to finish going ahead and taking a holy dip. You've got all of these sadhus in a holy ash, immersed in holy ash and nothing else. Many of them leading the akhada, leading their leader as he went ahead and took that holy dip. And you can hear the cheers also from the locals, from the crowds, as these sadhus make their way through. Look, they are, in fact, from different parts of the country. Nobody really knows where these sadhus live. You can see many of them running wild in front of the cameras, cheering on, chanting, holding weapons as they walk right through. Even as there are so many questions about the origins or where these Naga sadhus reside, we'll perhaps never get those answers. But once during the Kumbh, you'll always see them here going ahead and taking a holy dip, being a part of the Amrit Snan. The Shahi Snan, yes, but this time Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath said this will be the Amrit Snan. You can see security now being upped along this entire area. This is, in fact, the first akhada, the Panchayati Atal Akhada, that's gone ahead and taken a holy dip. So, of course, it's a revered moment for them as well. You can see, of course, the mains here, the main saint who's come here, who's been part of this historic moment and taken that holy dip as well. You can see crowds gathered here, all here to take a holy dip in the Triveni Sangam here in Prayagraj, or to catch a glimpse of the akhadas and the akhada chiefs who've come here, of course, in large numbers. But you see also many of them coming forth in these raths, like the one behind me, where you have this rath adorned also with a replica of the Adi Yogi right in front. And then you have raths behind as well. All these years waiting patiently for their turn to go forward and take a holy dip. on this occasion of the Amrit Snan, this entire stretch that I'm showing you right now has been closed off for the public. It's only people who are part of these akhadas who are allowed to go and take a holy dip in this site. The lakhs of people then around me who stand around watching in awe at these akhadas, who are also taking a holy dip, are going to other points. This is a massive, massive stretch, a city within a city, if you will, here in Prayagraj. I'm going to show you around once again to that particular site, which is where you've got the locals and the devotees going forward and taking a dip as well. On this auspicious occasion of Makar Sankranti for the Amrit Snan, many people here have come from different parts of the country, from different parts of the world as well, to in fact ensure that they are a part of this massive event. Just look at the kind of numbers around you. As you know, every single corner that I turn around, from 3 a.m. in the morning, there have been these kind of crowds. Now, it's raining non-stop. It's bitterly cold, and I can tell you this because I'm standing here with layers upon layers, and you constantly hear chants of Jai Shri Ram, of Har Har Mahadev, as they're all here to go ahead and take the holy dip in the Triveni Sangam. The reason this Kumbh is so significant is, of course, you have a Mahakumbh happening after every 12 years, and Prayagraj is one of those spots where usually you have a Mahakumbh, but this time, it's happening once in 144 years. A very, very rare celestial event, which is what makes this all the more special, which is why you see the kind of crowds that I'm seeing right now. You know, this is my first Mahakumbh, but for many others who've come here before, they always talk about how this particular Kumbh, this particular event is so much bigger, grander, and special. So I've got some visitors here in the Mahakumbh who've come all the way from Mongolia. Hello, hi, namaste. How are you finding the Mahakumbh?
It's very beautiful. A lot of people out here. Love the Ganga. We had a dip just now. Felt really refreshed. Very grateful to witness all the gurus and babas that has been participating in this beautiful solar event, you know.
How did all of you find out about the Mahakumbh?
Well, we were doing this training, yoga training, and my friend Edo suggested us. He was like, this year there's going to be Mahakumbh. But we were like, what is that? And he explained a little, and we read about it, and we decided that we have to be here, and we came here, and we're really enjoying out here. It was nice. It was very special, and it's not like very scary or something, because we're from Mongolia, you know, we're same Asian people, and for us to come and be part of all these people, you know, all this crowd, be together with them and have a dip in the Ganga. It was a little bit cool in the beginning, but when I just got in, it was warm and really enjoyed it, and this is really amazing here, and didn't have any expectations, but feels so awesome, so amazing.
Behind me is the Anand Akhada, and they're walking along these pontoon bridges that have been put up to get to the other side of the Triveni Sangam. And it's there that you'll really have these akhadas going ahead and taking the holy dip, the Amrit Snan. And no one else, all other devotees will not be allowed there. We are a little ahead to walk with them, but remember that it will be, in fact, all of the devotees who are part of the Akhada who will be walking first, including the Naga Sadhus. They'll be up front. We've been advised caution around them. They're extremely temperamental. They're not exactly media friendly, which is why we're also ensuring that we give them this space, because they are, of course, here for the Mahakumbh experience. But you can hear the chants of Har Har Mahadev as they make their way through towards the other side of the ghat. But these are shows of strength, if you will, by each akhada. 13 akhadas in all that are a part of, in fact, this particular event of this particular Mahakumbh, which is all the officially recognized akhadas. And after the flags that you see here, massive ones that are put up, and then you have the numbers really of the akhada, all of them coming together in large numbers to show their strength. And that's what this is about. Each akhada bringing thousands of people together, bringing all of the saints, sadhus from different parts of the country, all of them being brought here. to be a part of the Mahakumbh, which is why I say that for all of the akhadas participating, it's also a show of strength. It's a show of their Sanatan Dharma. It's a show of what they believe in, their spirituality, their faith. And you can hear that also in the chants all around me as they continue to chant Har Har Mahadev and make their way forward. You see them, of course, with drums. You see them also, many of them also have talwars, swords, but they're moving forward. And here you have how really the akhada goes into the water. The entire area is cleared off. No devotees are allowed directly. It's only the sadhus who are part of this akhada who are allowed in. And that's why you see all of the enforcement and monitoring around me, because they consider it a sacred rite of passage of sorts for them. For them to attain moksha, they believe that it should be only them in the water. So all the sadhus getting together, all of them part of the akhada. So these are the images right now of how they go about the entire process. Very few people beyond those who are part of the akhada are actually allowed inside. So that's why you see devotees all lined up on the side, all just standing and watching, and will wait till the sadhus finish, and only then will they continue with their holy dip in this entire stretch. What you see now is the akhada making its way back. All of the members making their way back to the akhada after going ahead and taking a holy dip. You can see the welcome that they're receiving from devotees, all chanting together Har Har Mahadev as they walk across, and scores of devotees lined up on either side of the road to welcome them back after they took that holy dip. You see this display of spirituality, of what's referred to as Sanatana Dharma. For them, the next 45 days, of course, they are going to be here. But the most important day, on the occasion of Makar Sankranti, they've been here. They've gone ahead and taken that Amrit Snan. So in a sense, for the years that they've been waiting to do this at the Mahakumbh, they've been able to fulfill their duty and take that step towards attaining moksha. With video journalist Sachin Chandok, this is Akshata Nandagopal reporting from the Mahakumbh in Prayagraj for India Today.